Well then, Miss Now, please give us your justification. Alright. We've made progress! I see a lot that's illogical about Now's actions. Illogical, eh? Aren't you curious what she was up to in the kitchen, holding that box with Mishima? Tell me what you were doing then, Miss Now. Because of the body collection announcement, I went into a panic. I took the box and I sat and hid in the kitchen. I didn't even touch anything in the room. I know I troubled you all a lot, but I didn't want to lose him. After everyone else, I inspected the kitchen. I found no signs of any trickery. Perhaps she truly was just hiding. Here's the thing. 1, that knife is gone. 2, how did she get in the kitchen while it was locked? Alright, let's start with extract this. Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. Okay. Miss Sarah, you searched before me, so you should be aware of this as well. I wonder if she really was just hiding. Still want to imply something. Let's conflict you against Now. Shit, okay. I took the box and just sat and hid in the use select item. Yeah, because did you really not touch anything? Huh? The kitchen had been locked until then. And after you left Now, we obtained this long, narrow box. And there was nothing inside. Only Now could have gotten the knife out of it. I don't know anything about that. Hold on, when and how did Now find the key to the kitchen anyway? It was open. Huh? The kitchen door was unlocked at the time, so I ran in and locked it from the inside. Then somebody else went in first, and that's who took the knife. First, I carried Alice over to the pink room. At that time, someone dug through the kitchen, took the knife, and left. Finally, Now went into the kitchen with the box and locked herself in. Does the timing work out? Maybe that's logical? It is super sketchy, though. It's not sketchy in the least! I'll tell you anything! Well then, Miss Sal, tell us what you were doing in the kitchen. The whole time, I sat and held the box. I didn't move an inch. Well, I guess you just have to break the ice, Sarah. You ask her about that. Hang on. If she'd never let go, then I wonder why the box is empty. Just have to ask her. Sitting in the dark, ask. Yeah. Apply it. So, you're lying, huh, Now? What? There was nothing in the box. Nothing at all. What? That can't be right. It's true Now. What's that? I don't know anything. The professor was with me. I don't know anything. The professor was with me the whole time. Where did he go? Is this an act? Now ain't that kind of gal. There has to be a reason it vanished. The mystery of the vanishing head. If Now is just acting, then can't really put together why she'd need to lie to us here. What's going on? I don't understand. What the fuck is going on? I certainly lost sight of myself, but I've done nothing suspicious. I don't know why it disappeared. Now respected Professor Mission. Maybe it was her shock. Maybe her shock was so great that she unconsciously did something strange. Must have just gotten swapped at some point with another box that the kidnappers prepared. Like the contents of the box warped? Like dimensional teleporter thing. Miss Now being manipulated by the kidnappers? Is that a possibility? Is there no good lead? It's not like we always act in the most logical way, right? This is after that awful vote. If I felt what Now felt, I'd... What would you do? Joe, if it had been you who lost someone precious to you in that vote, what would you do? If it were me? Rather than grieve, I'd just snap. Snap? Like, who the hell voted for Sarah? I'd look for the culprit on the spot. Of course, I'd know full well that Miley was to blame, but I'd take my anger out on everyone else. That's what I mean. You don't always follow logic. Yeah, maybe so. If someone else killed them, anger would be a natural response. To me, Professor Mishima was a very important figure. They fucked. Losing Professor Mishima in the vote? Were you angry? Not so much angry. I was sad. It was so depressing and painful. I didn't want to believe it was reality. You were sad? Yes. You understand, right, Sarah? Wasn't she curious about who voted for Professor Mishima? Now, I'm a little curious. Huh? Maybe I've just got a rough disposition, but why don't you think about looking for the culprit? I mean it. It wasn't an accident, because it's because of the votes that such a terrible thing happened to someone you deeply respected. Ain't it more natural to get angry? I don't think so at all. She voted for him. Since I knew no one's votes had any ill will. Maybe you didn't respect it. What are you? Maybe Miss Now and Professor Mishima didn't have any bond at all. Then I can understand her mindset of not seeking out the culprit. How awful! You're awful! Just awful! I truly did! Sarah, what do you think? I think the bond is real. Those two seem to have a great relationship. I can't point to any logical proof. There's just something about it. Now being that distraught couldn't be an act. And yeah, there has to be some reason for the professor's disappearing head. The collar. Huh? Suppose Miss Now didn't stick Professor Mishima in the box out of affection for him. Rather, her objective was to retrieve the collar on his neck. In other words, information that Miley failed to retrieve. Are you trying to say that Now collected the collar and placed the kidnappers? I don't know. However, we should note that your friendly policeman here wasn't able to investigate that collar because Now was there. Hey! You being serious? What are you talking about? I don't know anything. Please, just stop it. Then tell us, why didn't you care who the culprit was after the vote? Because Professor Mishima was killed by people who voted for him. You stop right there, Joe. Huh? Stop it. Don't say another word. I'm begging you. I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. Well, I overheard all of it. It was just before the vote. Mishima said something quiet enough that only somebody real close could hear. Miss Now. Miss Now? Hmm? Let's vote for each other, Miss Now. He said that? Thinking the vote was just a test, I'm sure Now voted for Mishima just like he asked. But Mishima voted for himself. Protect a student, just in case. That's why Now didn't look for a culprit. Don't bring up any ill will crap, because it doesn't matter. His death was an accident. Now. If I hadn't voted for him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry Now. All this time I've been thinking whoever voted for another person must have had bad intentions. Just cause I voted for myself. What? Wait, Joe, you voted for yourself? Huh? Yeah. So, didn't you tell me you voted for Joe? No way, I didn't say anything like that. What? What's this about, so? Don't worry about it, everybody. Miss Sarah asked me who I voted for, so I just told her whatever. She's so diligent, she must have taken it seriously. This guy, he's a huge liar. So ultimately, we're gonna ignore the missing head? That's still a big mystery, but it seems like Now did nothing wrong, at least. Maybe Reko had the right idea, and it got swapped out at some point. Just discussing it is pointless. Let's talk about that gorilla next. For real? You okay ignoring it, Sarah? Spearing head. I'm still curious. It seems only Miss Sarah has any sense. Hey guys, you're never gonna solve anything like this. But you think it's wonderful you could trust each other this much after just meeting, you know. But, well, bad people always feign innocence. You trying to say Now's a bad person? I just remembered something. That Miss Now was the one who attacked me. What? Yeah, that was a close one. If I hadn't remembered that, she could have gotten away clear. It's true. You shut the fuck up! Don't get in my way, Sarah. I'll hear anything out, Miss Now. Now's your only chance to tell the truth. If we're gonna argue until one of us loses trust, I'll have to do my best too. Tell me, do you have that courage? I did hit so. For real? You're joking, right? Why now? I was threatened. By who? Kai. Jesus Christ, what? Kai threatened me to strike So in the head. Is that true? After the body collection announcement, I ran with the box to the cafeteria where suddenly Kai pulled me by the hand and pushed me into the kitchen. Remain quiet. If you hide here, you won't be found. Okay. Kai protected me. It's quite admirable of you to stand up to the kidnappers, Miss Now. But please don't tell anyone about this. Once Kai knew about the situation, he made a proposal. Well then, Miss Now, should I indulge in a request of mine? What kind of request? That is enough. Don't be such a wet blanket. We're just getting to the good part. I am astonished you would tell such a lie, Miss Now. It's not a lie! Kai, do you deny threatening her? Indeed. If she had been threatened, she would have surely told us all at the start. For Miss Now had no reason to defend me. It was quite different from when Alice stood up for Miss Recco. Awful! You're awful, Kai! Alright. Miss Now, you are attempting to drag in as many people as you can. You're wrong! Like Now says, she couldn't have opened the door to the kitchen. And neither could I. In fact, the kitchen key was beyond the iron bars on the second floor, yes? I did not go to the second floor, so how do you explain the key's presence there? Ooh. It could not have been thrown. There were iron bars just up the stairs from the first floor. The key was thrown through the gap. Is that so? I understand. However, suppose I guided Miss Now to the kitchen. Do you believe that I could threaten her? No. If you had the kitchen knife, you'd have been able to threaten her. Then let us suppose that I could indeed. What would I have? Why would I have Miss Now attack So? I don't think he had it out for So. There wasn't anything deep enough for resentment, which means he had an objective not tied to So. If you insist on that's the case, what objective could I have had? To steal something. So you admit it, Kai. Oh, what are you referring to? That you wanted to steal the laptop So had! I remember now! Kai said that he'd defend me on the condition that he retrieved the laptop. You ought to remember that important part first! She lost herself enough to knock a dude out. Of course her memory's gonna be fuzzy. I'm sorry, but I remember it clearly. Do you understand, Miss Now? Please retrieve the laptop from So in the hidden room. I can't. If he sees me, he'll call for Sarah. Then you may borrow my frying pan. Approach from behind, understand? Do not worry. Your strength is such that even a forceful whack with this will not kill. But If you refuse, I will hand this key to someone else. That's... Please, Miss Now. I am not the only one here who will be in trouble if I do not get that laptop. Miss Sarah will be, as well. Sarah? But that was all a lie, wasn't it? Kai didn't keep his promise. Kai must be the one who took the professor away. Might not necessarily be a lie, actually. Huh? The laptop was password locked. Considering that, why do you think Kai would be so serious about taking it? Because he had a way to bypass it. It's actually a much more laughable reason. The password's easily guessable. Wait, if you know that, you unlocked it? Of course! What? You didn't you say you couldn't see anything? Yeah, but that was a lie. I fucking hate this guy. You see, the password was Chiduin.